All right, so welcome to this evening's presentation on Juice Plus and Tower Gardens. And we really want to thank you for taking the time to join us tonight, because you could be doing all sorts of other things, and you chose to accept the invitation of Caitlynn, who cares about you and just wants to share a little bit about what's been going on in her life. And so we are just a little quick introduction. I'm Henry. Caitlynn and I met probably over, about a year and a half ago, almost pushing 2 years now, at Kemper House. And we were working together with some nutrition stuff and some Tower Garden things, and just kind of really connected on a supporter level in helping people become the best versions of themselves. And I'll let Caitlynn share a little bit about herself when we get to the part where we're sharing a little bit about our health journeys. And we partner with a company called Juice Plus. It is about a 51-year-old company that's started here in the US and now spread to 26 countries. And we could try to explain it to you guys, but there's actually a video that explains it even better than either of us could, with all sorts of cool images and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And then tonight we're gonna share a couple stories and then open it up for some Q&A. So you guys can ask whatever you want, and anything that is either Juice Plus related or health related, then we can try to answer that for you or connect you with a resource. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. And if you, as you're watching this, if you think of someone else who would benefit from hearing this information, again, this is going to be recorded. And so you can share this, or you can invite them to the next one, which happens to be in a week from tonight, next Tuesday, same time. I like to say same bat cave, same bat time, right? For those of you who are Batman fans. All right, so this one right here, we can show you how to access this video. And I'm going to put myself on mute so you can enjoy.
We all know how important it is to maintain a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. But for many of us, getting the nutrition we need is harder than ever. That's why we created Juice Plus. Juice Plus is whole food nutrition made from fruits, vegetables, seeds, and other plant-based ingredients. It helps you bridge the gap between what you should eat and what you do eat. Juice Plus makes healthy living easier and jumpstarts your journey to better health, so you can get more out of life. Our 4 capsule blends are packed with whole food nutrition from over 33 plant-based ingredients, conveniently packaged and chosen to be as close to nature as possible. They're also vegan and gluten-free, designed for any lifestyle. Our fruit blend gives you the variety of a farmer's market with just one quick addition to your daily routine. Our vegetable blend helps you feel confident that you're giving your body the nutrition it needs. Our berry blend is always in season, giving you the boost you need from a variety of berries and other plant-based ingredients any time of year. And our vegan omega blend rounds out your routine with 5 plant-based omega fatty acids that skips the fish and goes straight to the algae for the true source of omega-3. When taken together, our blends can conveniently help build a solid nutritional foundation for a healthier lifestyle. How do we pack all these nutrients into convenient-to-use capsules? Our Juice Plus products start where all great nutrition begins, fresh on the farm. Our fruit, vegetables, berries, seeds, and algae are all sourced with great pride under the highest standards in order to provide the finest quality plant ingredients. Our unique farm-to-capsule processes bring that goodness into our Juice Plus blends while protecting those valuable nutrients inside. Our strict quality control measures deliver great whole food nutrition in our convenient capsules. And Juice Plus has supported independent clinical research by leading academic experts for more than 25 years, which leads to the enormous peace of mind packed in our capsules. Let's face it, it's hard to get enough of the good stuff. With Juice Plus, the journey to a healthier lifestyle doesn't have to be complicated, and we help you keep it simple. When you add Juice Plus to your routine, you get more of the nutrition you need so you can get more out of life. Let the good from within inspire a new you. Jumpstart your journey to better health today with Juice Plus.
All right. So with that, just wanted to share with you about how my life journey kind of led me to where we are today. And my journey actually started in the classroom. So I have a microbiology degree from Ohio State University, went through my master's, started teaching in the classroom. And every year teaching biology, chemistries, I was the department head for the human anatomy and physiology. Every year I would teach my kids about you are what you eat. And it's a common phrase that you've probably heard before. In fact, you have probably said it yourself. And the truth be told, I was not actually living it. I grew up on 3 food groups. I call them fast food, processed food, and junk food. Anyone relate to that? And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't even my parents' fault. Like, that's just what our world, you see on commercials, and you see the Super Bowl, and you see, on billboards, the Coca-Cola products and Doritos and Krispy Kreme donuts. And there's actually science behind that phrase. This is a little quiz. How many of you know what brand of chips has the tagline, "Once you pop, you can't stop"? Anyone know that one? Once you
Lay's.
pop. What is it?
Lay's.
Close. It's Pringles.
Oh.
The Pringles, because they have the little pop container, and they look like Lay's. Yeah. And the science behind that is, if you continue eating processed, refined sugars, junk food, it feeds the bad bacteria in your gut. And as a microbiologist, like, they don't teach you about nutrition. They teach you about bacteria and viruses and stuff like that. But what I learned was, if you feed that bacteria, then it actually dictates your cravings. So you actually crave more chips and donuts and sugary cereals. And so it's a positive feedback loop. It's a cycle. However, if you feed the good bacteria, which goes off of apples and pears and peaches and pineapples and raw fruits and vegetables, then that bacteria will grow and send signals through the blood, communicating to the brain, and says, feed me more of that. And so this simple change, with Juice Plus, what I learned was that it's a company that figured out how to take fruits and vegetables, 30 vine ripened raw fruits and vegetables, and pack them into a capsule by dehydrating them and getting rid of the sugar. And so I actually was introduced to this by all places, eHarmony. And this girl on eHarmony, she was cute. She was feeding me these gummies. And I'm like, well, I will continue eating these because I want to date you. Lo and behold, about 3 months later, my skin, which had been elated with pits, acne scars, the acne medicine, all sorts of different antibiotics that I was taking, I went all the way to the most volatile acne medicine called Accutane. And so I had all these scars on my face throughout my teens, my 20s, and my 30s. And so when I started changing and shifting into a plant-based diet, and Juice Plus was a huge part of that, then my acne scars started disappearing. It was my family members that started noticing it. Shortly after that, my knees started, I used to have a lot of inflammation, and my knees didn't hurt anymore. I used to be a big junkie on Advil and glucosamine chondroitin because I was in the Ohio State marching band. So we just destroy our knees. Volleyball, slamming our knees on the courts all the time. And snowboarding, you're always falling on your knees. And what I found was, once I started this, about 8 months afterwards, that I didn't have to take any of those medications anymore, because my blood was literally saturated all the time with over 30 fruits and vegetables. so I started sharing it with other people in my classroom. I know a lot of teachers, and so we integrated nutrition into our science classrooms, namely through the Tower Garden. And then I started learning about all this research that went along with it. That girlfriend of mine, we ended up splitting up, so we're no longer together. But I ended up finding 3 other people in my separate friend circles. My Bible study leader, I was in youth ministry, and so one of the parents in my youth ministry, and then a guy that I was snowboarding with. And none of them are partners or reps. They just eat it, hit them, their wives, and they feed it to their kids for various reasons. And so I'm like my family, my friends, they deserve to know this. So I started sharing it and immediately fell in love with the community. I actually learned that they provide healthcare benefits with dental, vision, all the way through to life insurance, long-term disability, tuition reimbursement for college classes, and a great compensation plan. So I was working as a teacher at the same time that I built my Juice Plus business up, and I ended up retiring 3 years ago now. So I am a retired school teacher here in Dublin, Ohio, and I do this full time, inspiring healthy living all over the world. And I absolutely love it because it allows me to have the freedom to play with my baby nieces and nephews. To like tomorrow, I'm taking off to Wisconsin to visit my cousin who's coming back from the Army, and being able to work anywhere with whom I want at any time is something that is invaluable to me. I just turned 40 last Friday. I know it doesn't look it, but I attribute that to the good nutrition that I flood my blood with every day before noon and before I go to sleep. And so with that, I want to go ahead and introduce our next speaker here. You guys know Caitlynn. Caitlynn is an incredible person, and she's going to share a little bit about her journey, and we're going to show you another little video.
Thanks, Henry. Thank you for sharing all that information. And actually, side note real quick, both of family members on here know Dublin area very well and have family members in Dublin that you actually know. So I think that's where the facial expression went, was like, oh, you're from Dublin, Ohio. So
right.
They know the Russells, and
The Russells.
actually Eleanor is a Russell. So
I taught the Russells.
Yes.
I coached the Russells.
Yeah, he worked with them and with Peg. So it's pretty cool that it's a full circle, and we didn't even know each other back then, and we found each other, and how life works. But anyways, thank you for your incredible story. I think that we all can relate to that in some way, and pull bits and pieces of that. And really, everyone is on their own health and wellness journey in whatever way it works for them. And I grew up being in sports and athletics and having my own injuries as I progressed through high school. And my dad knows a lot about that, obviously, and the inflammation that has come with that, and what I've had to deal with over the last several years. Also having 2 children and dealing with body changes that way. So my biggest thing was back in 2017, I really struggled with my health issues, just having a baby 2 years prior, and really just not feeling good in my body or in my mental health. There are a lot of situations that also played a part in that. Stress, environment, what I was eating, what I was consuming, who I was around, etc. So it's kind of when I really stepped back and was like, okay, I have to take care of myself to be the best version of myself for other people, namely my kids and my husband. If I can't control or take back my health, then how am I going to help inspire them to do so? And then everyone else that I know that's around me. So I took little tidbits here and there, never had heard of Juice Plus until I actually met Henry in 2019. And that was really life-changing, just knowing that there was this wonderful company that is out there that has so much backed information and clinical research that really focuses on whole body health and wellness and dense nutrient nutrition, powered by plants. And I know there's a lot of controversy about, like what is eating plants and the power of plants, and do you still, ingest this or whatever it may be. There's so many different dietary theories out there. And so that can be confusing for a lot of people. And I actually took it upon myself to go to health coaching school. So I am now a certified health coach, and that really helped me get a better understanding of the health and wellness world that has exploded in the last couple of years, or probably 10 plus years. So it's really a big thing, but also know what works for me and what I can also give to those around me. And so when Henry introduced me to Juice Plus, I started eating it, and for whatever reason, like a year or so goes by, and I'm like, I don't need that anymore. I'm just, I'm going to take a break. Well, I could feel it. I knew immediately like something was off in my body, that I wasn't feeling right. Like I just knew I needed to make another change. And that's what led me back to Juice Plus, saying like, okay, it's a time to jump back on, be able to get my body flooding with those 30 plus fruits and vegetables. Because let's be honest, like to go to the grocery and buy 30 fruits and vegetables to consume in one day, it would be like, I don't even know how I would do it. And that's the best thing about Juice Plus that I've really learned, is that it's not only simple because it's either in a capsule or gummy, but it's also very convenient, which in our world today, a lot of people don't have time to sit and cook meals that are extravagant and have all of those nutrients in them. And we really don't have the ability to get the power plants that way. It's just not how things work anymore. And so, being able to do that, I really believe that Juice Plus has helped me heal my body, help me bring it back into homeostasis, to share it with others, share it with my family. Every day I'm like to the kids, hey, did you eat your Juice Plus today? And if they didn't, they run downstairs and they go get it. And it's so easy and simple and affordable for them. I think the coolest part is that being an adult, Juice Plus gives this incredible opportunity to families, because, as a parent and trying to maintain a household, it can get expensive. Things can get expensive, and they provide a Healthy Starts program. So with any adult eating Juice Plus, you can also support and sponsor a child, and that child can get Juice Plus for free for 4 years. I mean, absolutely free. And I just think that's amazing, because there are so many times out there that you're like, well, I want to support my health, but I also want to support my kids. Or people are like, I just can't do all of it at once. And they're giving back to the community. They're doing so much good because they're advocating for healthy living. They're advocating for the kids that, the parents want to do what's right for them. So that's the biggest thing for me, is that I'm able to give that to my kids and be able to then hopefully inspire them to be able to share that with other people. Like, hey, I ate my Juice Plus today. Like, have you ate Juice Plus? They're always saying those words. So I really look forward to evolving, growing, learning more about myself, so that I can also provide and give my passions to other people. Because it's really important that everyone feels healthy and happy in their own body and their own mind. And I'll continue to advocate for that. So thank you for listening and letting me share a little bit about my journey. And I have lots more to go.
Thanks, Caitlynn. Just every time you share, Caitlynn, you just like glow. And ever since I met you, and I've shared this with you, that you have this energy about you that people can tell that you generally care about. You care about people, and that's what our mission is. It's all about supporting anyone and everyone that we can in any way. And this is just one of the tools that we use. So I'm going to share my screen with you to give you access to some of these resources, and Caitlynn can easily share this with you through text or email or whatnot as well. But let's see here. It's a very easy, website where you can learn more about what you heard tonight. It's called thefreedomrevolution.com. And the tab there, if you go to learn more, then you click on videos, and those videos bring up all of these. So there's my favorite videos down here, the clinical research. One of the things that separates Juice Plus from all of the confusing health stuff out there is we like to pride ourselves on the fact that there is actual clinical research performed by medical universities that you've known. You've heard of Yale University, you've heard of Amsterdam and Tokyo and Toronto. Like all these major medical universities have studied Juice Plus. And we can confidently say that it does what it says it does. Whether you're looking at cancer or just antioxidants and inflammation in general, cholesterol reduction, immune system boosting, any type of surgery. I work at a heart attack and stroke prevention center on the side as well, and a complete health dentistry. And we don't allow any of our patients to have any type of eye surgery, hip surgery, wisdom tooth extraction, root canals without being on Juice Plus for at least 10 weeks, because we know the science shows that they have less nerve pain, they have faster recovery times, and a faster return of range of motion. I really like this one here. I'm going to show you this one here called Nutrition, Diet, and Gene Expression. This one's very close to me because I have many relatives that have passed away from different types of cancer, Alzheimer's, and heart attacks. And so I'm going to play this video so you can, oh, you know what? I get to share the audio as well. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Juice Plus has been shown to turn on and off or up and down your genes.
We all know that our genes can play an important role in developing heart disease or cancer. But what many people think, that they are just victims of their genes, is simply not true. Our lifestyle impacts more than 50% of our health, and diet plays a major role. Genes can be turned up or down by what we choose to eat. The influence of nutrition on our genes is a new field of research called Genomics. Australian researchers analyzed changes in gene expression. They wanted to know whether supplementation with Juice Plus affects certain groups of genes involved in inflammation and DNA repair. And now get this. They found that over 1,600 genes were changed after just 8 weeks of taking Juice Plus. The message here is simple. Good nutrition from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables is proven, once again, to be an important component of good health.
So we just want to thank you for coming tonight. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and we'll open it up for questions.